guys, welcome back. I just want to bring you a quick video on my top 10 low maintenance plants that I actually use for my mailbox garden and my flower containers. So we're just going to jump right in. This is a shot of my mailbox garden, and the first plant that I want to bring your attention to are the purple hearts. Now I am filming this video, it's mid-morning, and this is purple heart. It's actually called Celosia. Many of you have it in the gardens at your homes. It's a very popular border plant, and I think it's just perfect for a mailbox garden because this is actually a perennial. I am in zone 7, and this plant functions as a perennial. It will come back every year, and as you can see, as it starts to get warmer and warmer, it will spread. If it starts to look like it's taking over your garden, it's not a problem. All you have to do is just come over and just grab it and just pull it up where you want, or dig it up with like a hand shovel, and that'll take care of it and it'll keep the growth in check. Now, I did something a little different this year. I had some little Super Tunia bubble gum petunias that were gifted to me, and I just popped them into my mailbox garden bed, but I'm going to be lifting them up. They're cute as pie, and they're really great growers, but they are competing with the purple heart, and we want to give them a fair chance to really be a showstopper. So we're actually going to dig these up later on, and we're going to pop them in a container. But back to the purple heart, you can see that the blooms are open, and they attract butterflies, and it's a beautiful showing in your mailbox garden. The next plant or flower that I wanted to bring to your attention is Gaillardia. This is blanket flower. Again, I'm in zone 7, so this flower acts as a perennial. Now, I planted these for the first time last year, and they have actually doubled and tripled in size. And talk about a beautiful showing of blooms. They just look so gorgeous next to this purple heart. You've got the deep purple of the purple heart, and then you've got these beautiful red and coral blanket flower. Now, there is a trade-off with the Gaillardia. You do have to deadhead these blooms. Not very often. I probably do it maybe once a month or every 3 weeks. But the trade-off and the payoff is that you will continuously get these big, stunning blooms. You don't even have to do anything. They don't need a whole lot of rain. They are drought resistant for the most part. So if you live in a really hot climate, or if you get higher than normal summer temperatures, this is going to be a great plant for your garden. So that's blanket flower. That's the actual name of the Gaillardia plant. It will come back every year, and it will continuously multiply in size. The next plant I wanted to bring to your attention is one of my all-time favorites, and that is the Lantana. This Lantana is a vining Lantana. It creeps, and so what I do is I just plant maybe 4 small plants strategically around on the east side facing portion of my mailbox garden, and boy, look at that showstopper. So here we've got the purple heart. You've got that beautiful purple color. Then it butts up against that beautiful coral red of the blanket flower. Then you come over here to this bright, sunny, show-stopping yellow that the Lantana provides. Once again, low maintenance plant. Now, here in my zone, this Lantana is an annual. Now, if you're getting down to zones 10 and higher, this will probably perform as an annual. As a perennial, and it will come back every year. But where I live, unfortunately, it will just give you those beautiful blooms pretty much, once you plant them. And then as the fall and the frost, cooler temperatures begin to set in, you're going to need to dig it up. And then, of course, you can replant in the next season. So this is the Lantana. Does not like a lot of water, does better when it's in drier conditions. Actually, when I planted the Lantana, back in May, we just got higher than average rainfall, and so they were not performing like I have been used to them performing. But boy, when the temperature started to rise and it started to dry out more, that's when it really started to make its debut. So that's the Lantana. And then right here, I have a very, very reliable performer. This is my Jackmani Clematis. Now, when I planted the Clematis, it's actually been here over a decade. And I have it trailing on just some bamboo stakes, as you can see. When the turn of spring came a few months ago, that's when I got the best showing. With the Jackmani Clematis, I've got big, beautiful purple blooms. You can see there's a smaller bloom, but actually when it has its first showing, I have blooms as big as your hand. They are absolutely stunning. She's gone a little dormant for a little while, but she will give me an encore right around the end of August, going into September, and she'll make her last and final debut before the frost comes in. And then we'll just prune it all the way back to the ground and then mulch over it, and she will come back again every year like clockwork. The last plant that I wanted to bring to your attention, that's a low maintenance plant that actually looks stunning in your mailbox garden bed, is the purple fountain grass. The purple fountain grass will act as a perennial in warmer subtropical climates, but here where I live, you've got to replant it every year, and that's okay. I got them in small pots, and they are starting to really take off because as it gets drier, because this actually likes a little drier temperatures as well. They like hotter temperatures. Just semi-moist soil. You do not have to oversaturate it, but it's starting to grow, and you've got these beautiful little fluffy, like foxtail little spikes that come up in the purple fountain grass, and they look really stunning. So as you can see, I do have a color theme in my mailbox garden. It goes from purples to coral to red to yellow, and then back again in purple. So that's how our mailbox garden is looking. It's filling in beautifully. The temperatures are starting to warm up even more, and as we get really deep into the summer season, I expect my mailbox garden to really just start to look more robust and make an amazing showing. So now that we've done our mailbox garden, let's hop over to the container garden. Okay, so now we are up on my front porch, and I have two beautiful urns that flank each side of my entryway, left and then right. So we're just going to show, they both have the same flowers, but I'm just going to show you what I have done. These are amazing performers. We're going to start off in the back. This is a type of Celosia. It's a beautiful vibrant purple color, and it will just perform. It is an annual here where I live, but so low maintenance. Water once a day. That's all we do is water once a day. And so these just look good as a backdrop. They will continue to get higher and higher, and so that will be the height that you would need for a really stunning container garden. And then right here, I planted only three New Guinea impatiens. They do well in the heat. These are actually sun patients, so they actually like full sun. You can do partial sun, but these really perform well in full sun. And they have just multiplied. They've just grown, and they've gotten thicker, and they filled out, and so they really give me a stunning floral show. It's once again, it's that beautiful corally orange color, and it just looks amazing next to that purple. The next plant that I wanted to show you is my purple verbena. Now this is the verbena. It will trail, and this year it's not doing as much as I thought it would, but that's probably perhaps because I've got a purple potato vine that has the most humongous leaves ever. It's trailing down, actually trailing down the urn, but boy does it look stunning. But we're just gonna keep working with the purple verbena. We got a lot of rainfall, and I'm thinking that probably I slowed down the growth of the blooms from when I first planted it. So it's actually starting to grow back now that it's gotten a little drier. It's growing back, and of course, it will continue to trail down the planter. And then going back again, this is the sweet potato vine, the purple sweet potato vine. I have not seen blooms this big. Here's my hand. Look at that. That's humongous. That's just humongous. But I've not seen blooms like this in my planters probably ever. But whoever cultivated this sweet potato vine, they had an amazing crop because it's just phenomenal and it's doing quite well. Once again, we just water once a day and you can see, look at that. It's almost touching the the front porch. It's just a vigorous grower. You only need one for a planter this size. This planter probably goes across probably about 14 to 16 inches, maybe about 15 inches. And so I only have one plant here, just one. Look at that, just one. And it has just been a vigorous grower. And then the last plant that I wanted to show you, this is something new that I've done this year. This is a supertunia. I had heard so many things about supertunias, and I said, you know what? I hate petunias because they are so high maintenance, but this is actually a supertunia, which is a hybrid version. With this version, with the supertunia, you don't have to deadhead it. This is what I wanted to hear because with my previous experience with petunias, in containers, they were so high maintenance and I got a little discouraged. And so I said, never again. But this year I tried my hand at the Supertunia. This is in the color Limoncello. It is by Proven Winners and it's been a proven winner. I don't have to deadhead this, but look at that stunning yellow color. A vigorous grower. This is an annual. I will have to replant and repurchase every year. I don't mind. This is going to be probably an all-time favorite of mine, but I am actually loving this Supertunia. She's just stunning. And just like I have a little spent bloom like that, you don't have to pick them off like how you would do a traditional petunia. I've not deadheaded this plant, but look at the blooms that she continues to give me. It's just absolutely stunning and it will just trail over your container garden. So I hope that this provides some inspiration on for many of you that are trying to get your front porch containers together and have a beautiful showing in the summer for the rest of the summer months. These will probably last me all the way going into September, maybe even October. Our climate is getting warmer and warmer here. And so last year we really didn't even have a defined fall. We just had an extended like Indian summer. And then eventually we finally got to winter. So I'm expecting this to go all the way until October. And then I'll remove everything and then I will start to plant the plantings for my fall container garden, which I will be more than happy to share with you guys. So I hope this helps many of you. And I'll keep you guys posted. Be good to yourself and each other. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.